about what he's doing on that front.
Thank you very much, Secretary Granholm. And let me pick up on something that the Secretary said that I think is very important to emphasize. On Friday, this ransomware attack became public. Saturday morning, the President was briefed and immediately directed an all-of-government effort. And immediately we executed on the President's direction, the Department of Energy, the Department of Transportation, DOD, in terms of its logistics capabilities, the EPA, and of course the Department of Homeland Security and others. The direction was to bring our capabilities and our resources to bear, our expertise, and whatever we can do to be poised should any of those capabilities be called upon or be able to deliver much needed resources. We in the Department of Homeland Security, for example, began working immediately with the Department of Transportation to be ready should any request for a Jones Act waiver be made to us to allow a foreign flagged vessel to deliver fuel should that need arise. And of course, that need is not necessarily yet confirmed, but we want it to be poised at the President's direction to be ready and to be able to act immediately. The attack that Colonial Pipe suffered is a ransomware attack. That threat of ransomware is certainly by no means new. As a matter of fact, last week I spoke at an event sponsored by the United States Chamber of Commerce about the gravity of the threat. More than $350 million in losses are attributable to ransomware attacks this year. That's a more than 300% increase over last year's victimization of companies, and there's no company too small to suffer a ransomware attack. We are seeing increasingly small and medium-sized businesses suffer a ransomware attack, and we are bringing in the Department of Homeland Security our capabilities to bear through the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA, as it is commonly known. We are in the lead in the public-private partnership in an all-of-government effort to raise the cyber hygiene of private industry and, of course, within the federal .gov environment as well. We share information between the public and private sectors. We share best practices. We have cybersecurity directors to actually be on site at a company's facilities to assess it, to make recommendations, and to direct it with respect to voluntarily direct it to raise its cyber hygiene and how it can best do so. This threat is not imminent. It is upon us. The Colonial Pipe ransomware attack is a stark example of what we have been saying for some time now. And quite frankly, when I served as the Deputy Secretary of Homeland Security in the second term of the Obama-Biden administration, we were focused on it then. And so we are bringing our all-of-government effort at the President's direction to not only address the situation that is upon us today, that is galvanizing our attention, of course, but to really focus on critical infrastructure and what we can do to strengthen that critical infrastructure across our government and to make it more resilient to these types of attacks and to raise awareness so that everyone understands the need to prevent and be in a position to respond to these attacks. And I'll turn it over, Jen.
And I'll just say we may pull up our Deputy Secretary here too.